Good afternoon, Mr. Jimenez. Thank you for
Hi.
coming in. It's a pleasure to meet you. I appreciate you coming in
Yeah, you
to meet
too.
me. All right. I wonder if you could tell me a little bit about yourself. What brings you in today?
Well, yeah, I don't know what's going on with me. It's been over a year now. I just don't feel like doing anything anymore. I have a hard time sleeping. I just, can't get out of bed in the morning when I have to go to work. I, you know, I don't feel like spending time with my family even, which I don't even want to admit, but I just want to be by myself. And I also started drinking. I'm trying to fix that. So I haven't had anything for a week, but almost lost my life over that. So end up in the hospital. Yeah, I just feel really hopeless right now, and I don't know. I don't even know where to start. I mean, I feel like maybe it's not something that can be fixed. Even I don't know if it's I have to fix myself, if that's gonna fix it, or if it's bigger than that. I don't know. Yeah.
Um, I wonder, could you tell me a little bit about your life before this started? What was your life like
Yeah.
then?
Well, I'm original from Mexico. My family came here when I was 15 months old. They brought me here, have a better life, and that's what I've tried to do. I've always done my best. Done really well in school. Uh, Finished high school, with honors, and trying to make my family proud. I have a great relationship with my parents. We live really close to each other, actually, and with my little sister. So I always try to do the right thing. Plan on going to college, be an engineer. That was kind of like my father's dream, but he never could actually do it. So kind of try to live the dream for him and for me, of course, because I've always, been interested in science and been really good at it. And but I don't know. I always felt like I wanted to do something for this country. To kind of show my appreciation. For just being here, and I always considered America my country. I mean, I know I'm from Mexico, but didn't really live there much, so and been there a couple of times. But I mean, you can see I don't even have an accent. I'm American, really, and decided to join the Marines, and
Mm.
so I can just give back to this country, and then got blown up, went 4 times in Iraq, got blown up, lost a leg, went through a lot, and but I got honorably discharged for medical reasons. So after that, just kind of tried to get back to normal life and was doing really well, considering, and went back to school and met a girl, got married, and had a baby, and then all of a sudden it just hit me, and yeah, I don't know, it just came out of the blue. I mean, it didn't come out of the blue, but it felt like it did, because one day I was handling it fine, and the next day I wasn't. And you want me to tell you kind of
Yeah,
the
you.
incident that started everything?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Something changed drastically. I
Yeah,
wonder
something did
what.
change. So I have a job. I sell cars, trying to support my family while I was going to school. And, things, I mean, I noticed things changing a couple of years ago. It kind of started, people just kind of not treating me so well anymore, just judging me by my looks, by my, racial background, I guess. Um, just kind of, talking down to me sometimes, but even at work, customers, I mean, if I don't sell cars, I don't make any money. So I was doing pretty well, and then people started going to the white guy to buy the car. Kind of just passing me by, and I'd ask them, "Can I help you?" and be try to be really nice, and they would just either walk right by me or say no, thank you. And so one day, this guy came in, and I tried to help him, and basically, he told me to go back to where I came from. And treated me like I was some kind of criminal. And after all I've done for this country, lost a leg, got wounded, and now I'm being treated like this, like I'm just like second class citizen, like I'm not even American. So now I just feel like a piece of garbage, like I don't even belong here. I don't feel like I have a country. I mean, I thought this was my country, but now
Sacrifice for your country, and then dismissed.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it really hurts.
At the shop.
Yep.
Yeah. So what happened after that?
Well, when the guy said that to me, I'm not usually a violent guy, but I felt like putting a hole through his face, and I mean, I really had to. It took everything for me not to do that, and that really scared me. It really did, because it was like it wasn't even me, at that time. So I just got in the car and I went to the bar and I started drinking, and I just never stopped since then. And yeah,
shocked and angry, and the drinking seemed to help.
Well, I mean, for the moment, it was kind of just like numbing all the pain and everything, and I thought it helped, but I mean, I know it doesn't help. I know it can, what damage it can do, hurt my family, hurt my parents, my wife, I mean, I don't want them to see me like this. Yeah, but at the time being, it just makes all your bad thoughts go away, and so it felt like it helped.
A little bit of relief.
Yeah. I mean, but then it makes me feel worse about myself. I already feel like I'm nothing now. But now, when I drink, I even feel more worthless, and so it really doesn't help. I mean, I see that, but it got to the point where I just couldn't control it anymore. And actually, I never really had any arguments with my wife, but one day I didn't want to tell her anything. I tried to hide it pretty well, but I didn't tell my parents anything. But my wife knew something's up because I'm just not the same. I guess that's pretty obvious to her. She knows me pretty well, and she kept asking me what's wrong, and I would tell her nothing, don't worry about it. And one day she just insisted, and I just blew up. I did.
You're angry.
Yeah, I was really angry. And just like, that day at the car dealership, I kind of felt the same, and it really freaked me out. And I had to punch something, so I made a big hole. I punched the wall, and then I left, got in the car, and went drinking. Yeah. A week later, ended up in the hospital. Yeah, almost lost my life. So that's about it. I mean, I don't want to keep doing this. I almost died. So it was kind of a wake-up call in a way, but I really don't know what to do. I mean, what do you think I should do?
Well, I appreciate you being so open and sharing your story with me. I hear that though you want to talk with your wife, it was hard. You wanted to protect her, even maybe. But you at school, you've got so many strengths. but that this has really knocked you off, just hit you, as you said, and really sideswiped you, thinking this is my country, and then people don't even see you that way. To be
Right.
seen so differently than you are. Um,
Yeah.
your strengths. I appreciate that you were willing to take some of the assessments that we had offered, and I believe they can help us to find some answers, some goals that we might be able to work on that could help you through this time. Um, it is a season, um, and as I said, I see that you've got so many strengths, but I think that these assessments could help with some treatment. It's possible that we recommend that you also see a psychiatrist for maybe some medication. I heard you say, they have a lot of trouble with sleeping and thinking about things over and over. Sometimes the medication is a good choice for that. So I really appreciate that you were so open and have been able to share with me. Um, and I hope that as you're able to talk about it, you might find some solutions moving forward and recognize the strengths that you have.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, I'm willing to try everything. I mean, anything. I don't want to let my family down. I want to go back
I
to
hear,
school. I had to quit school because I just couldn't even concentrate.
yeah, I hear
But
that family's important to you and your goals.
yeah, family is everything to me. We do everything together. We spend the weekends together. I haven't even wanted to do that.
Yeah,
We usually
and
go to
that,
my
that
parents' house and we cook and we have big family get-togethers, but I've just been avoiding everybody. And pretty soon they're gonna figure out something's up.
and those are some normal things when a person is suffering from depression. Is a loss of interest in things are just their normal interests. So um, it's not unusual.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go to, I went through detox
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't touched any of the bottle for over a week. And I've contacted this program, this, in this recovery center, so it's a pretty good program, so I'm gonna go. I'm just
Right.
wondering, what do you think? I mean, I'm willing to work on myself, but you think, is
I,
that gonna solve
I,
everything? Because things around me aren't gonna change. I mean, I just feel like, yeah, I can try to be strong and work on myself, but
yeah, I think that as you have opportunity to talk about this and maybe learn some different things that it may help. As you said, we can't change the people around us, but you can learn some things and learn more about yourself. And hopefully that's going to help you. You have a lot of strengths, and I really appreciate you sharing your story with me. So
thank
thank you.
you. Yeah, thank you very much.
So, our time's about up for today, but we could schedule another session, and then there's another assessment that I may like to ask you to take, but we can talk about that at the next session.
That sounds great. I actually feel better. You really helped me. And even just listening, I feel like I really wanted to talk to someone, but I didn't feel like I could talk to anyone in my family. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.